Hey guys, welcome to the first podcast episode of the Grind Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Clothier. Super excited to be here recording this podcast for all of you. I'm glad you decided to come in and join us. Look, I'm going to waste zero time getting started. The most important thing you can do as an entrepreneur is to understand what business you're in. This is a topic I talk about constantly when I'm on the road on stage. This is something I talk about on other podcasts. I thought it was the best thing I could do starting off. The very first podcast topic I do for The Grind should be about knowing what business that you're in. Get my desk set here as I'm getting all ready. Listen, we manage 6,700 single-family homes today, along with a few small office complexes. We've got over 2,800 owners that own those single-family homes. We're adding over 1,000 houses a year. We have a massive renovation team. We do high-end renovations to every property we buy. We place a long-term resident into every one of these properties. We will be well over 7,000 houses by the end of the year. And here is the reality of that. We are not a real estate company. We are not a property management company, not by the way we define it. We are 100% a customer service company. We happen to sell the widget. You know, the widget that we sell is a piece of real estate, a single family home. The service we provide happens to be long-term single family property management. But make no mistake about it, when it comes to what do we do on a daily basis, we provide an exceptional customer service. Now, those of you that are listening right now and you're asking, all right, so that's cool. I'm a customer service guy too. Let me tell you something. Until you understand the stakeholders in your business and you've defined them and you know how you provide service to them, you are not in the customer service business. There's a reason why so many people think their customer service is great, but their customers think it is horrendous. And it's because they don't know who the stakeholders are. For us, the stakeholders are four very important groups of people. Make sure you define this for your business. Number one, for us, the first stakeholder is our team. We do not have employees. We don't have staff. We have a team. And it's very important that that team understands that we all pull in the same direction. We're all doing things the same way. You don't have the Clothier family that's sitting up here at the top and pushing all the work down everybody else saying, here, y'all do everything for us and we're going to sit here and take the credit. Absolutely not. We get in the middle of it on a daily basis. We get our leadership team, our executive team to get in the middle of the mud every single day. Now, as a business owner, you have to understand that you set the tone. So if you have a team and you set the tone that I'm here to work, I'm here to be excellent, I'm here to be the best, and I clearly know what service I'm providing, they will follow. So number one, the first stakeholder for us, it's the team. The second stakeholder in our scenario are our vendors. And this is massively important with the vendors because the way we built our vendor team, there were a lot of other people that were in the real estate business, a lot of other companies that were in the property management business. And you know what they did when times got tough? They quit paying bills. They started slow paying. They started buying fewer properties. They tried to figure out, how do I survive by doing less, while we tried to figure out how do we survive by investing more. And by taking that tack, what we did, we found the vendors that needed the work. And because they needed the work and we were consistent, we were willing to pay them in a week's time. We didn't make them wait 30 days for the money. We didn't make them wait 90 days for the money. We said, look, you get your invoice turned in, we'll get you paid in 7 days. I'm going to hold you accountable. Oh, don't get me wrong. You will be accountable. We will inspect what we expect, and the work will be done right or will be done again. There is no accepting half-ass and partly done work. That's not part of our vocabulary. So as we get going with our vendors, we tell them that I will pay you. You turn your invoice in, I'll pay you within 7 days. That way you can keep your team fed, you can keep the bills paid, and then you can hire a team with high level of confidence that we've got the work to keep you going. So we treated our vendors, as they were just as important as our team and our next two stakeholders, which happen to be first our clients. So our clients are they're not just some investor. They're not just some dude or couple that ends up buying houses, far away from home, says, I'm going to throw some money out there and they're just going to take anything that we'll give to them. I'm not interested in that person. Our clients are savvy investors that are making a massive investment in their own future, and they're doing it with us. They count on us to manage every piece of the process for them. So the number one reason why real estate investors don't end up buying far from home is that, and they don't hire a management company to manage that process for them, is that number one, they're afraid of the lack of communication. It doesn't feel like a very safe investment when I'm buying 1,500 miles from home and I don't know what's going on. Nobody's calling me. I cannot see what's going on every single day. So when investors choose to stay close to home and not go far from home, the real reason is, and I'm not going to say fear like they're scared or something, it's fear of a lack of communication. So for us, the very first thing we did in providing service to that very important stakeholder in our business was we put together a customer service department. Their only job, the one and only thing they do every single month is call every single client. It's amazing how simple that little adjustment that we made to our business model of making sure that we called every client on the phone. We didn't sit behind email. We said, don't sit over here and email them. Don't tell them I'll log into your portal and find out what's going on. No, all those things are available, but we pick up the phone and we call. And there's a reason behind it. The reason why we demand our team calls every client every month is because that's an action we are taking to reach out to you. It's an action that says, I'm here. I care. You're safe. Your investment property is in good hands. You can sleep well. We want our clients to be able to sleep every single night as if they bought a house right next door. You only get that by paying attention to the details of how you provide service. Remember, guys, this has nothing to do with the performance of the house. It has nothing to do with, is it rented? Did they pay on time? Is there an issue? Any type of maintenance item? None of that. This is core to the belief that you're providing customer service. It's an experience that person has. And in our case, it's an experience that they don't expect. Very few real estate investing clients out there expect a management company to call them on a monthly basis. So when you tell them you're going to do this, and then you actually do what you say, it can blow an investor's mind. I mean, for our investors, they're just blown away sometimes by the amount of detail and attention we pay to the service they receive. Last one. And this is an important one, especially when you look at the service we provide, and that is the resident. See, we don't have tenants. We don't have renters. We have residents. We only do 2-year leases. In the service we provide to the resident, we only do a 2-year lease. We want to start the entire relationship from the beginning as long-term, that we expect you to stay. We want to take care of this home. This is your home. This isn't 4 walls of sticks and bricks that you're just going to stay in for a little while, giving me some money for the right to be there. That's not the way we want to set that relationship up. So from the very beginning, it's all about being a resident. It's that mentality that helps us achieve at the end of this year, when we do the calculations, it's my guess that we will achieve a 7-year average length of occupancy. If we miss, it's going to be because it's 6.5, maybe 6 3/4 of a year. That absolutely blows the industry average for property management companies out of the water. There is no one else that comes anywhere near that type of longevity of resident. There's no one else that turns over less than 15% of their portfolio in a calendar year. There's no one else that churns less than 2% of their portfolio under management every single year. And the reason why those things happen is because of a very symbiotic circle that we've created. We take care of our team because they enjoy being here. They've got, the mentality that we are a team striving to be the best every single day at what we can be, which means to be the best every day, you got to be a little bit better than what? You got to be a little bit better than the day before. That's what everything's all about. So our team shows up every day with the mentality of, I've got to be better than I was the day before. Even a little bit of growth is massive when you start stacking it up every single day. Because they're happy, because they're committed, they treat our vendors fantastic. They treat our residents fantastic. Because of that, the vendors treat the residents fantastic. They do the work that needs to be done. They do it on time. They are clean, respectful, on time. We hold them accountable. Because of that, the resident wants to stay in their property longer. Because they want to stay longer, they take care of the property. Because they take care of it and stay longer, the client, the person at the very, the one that benefits probably the most out of this whole arrangement of who do you provide service to, they have a predictable, reliable experience, better than what they expected, and it encourages them to take this next step that we want them all to take, which is I want to continue doing business with you. I want to build my portfolio with your company. Guys, I don't care if you are in the restaurant business. I don't care if you're in the dry cleaning business. I don't care if you own your own service. Say you've got a lawn service or a car wash company, or it doesn't matter. Whatever business you're in, whatever service you provide, understand. All right? It doesn't matter the industry. If you commit to being in the customer service business and you commit to changing the experience that your client has, changing the experience that your team has, changing the experience that anybody you do business with that you might provide service to, changing the experience that they have, if you commit to that, you can create a company with unlimited potential. Now, everybody's different. I cannot tell you that you're going to be great. I can't tell you you're going to be a millionaire. No, I'm not here for that. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be the best you can be, and if you want to be the best at your service in your industry, then you need to figure out what business are you in, and you're in the business of customer service. Guys, I am, believe it or not, I've had no coffee today. I'm actually on trying to kick coffee right now and doing a little bit of a kind of a reset for myself. So this is just me. This is the energy I bring. This is the excitement that I have and the passion I've got for what we're talking about here at The Grind. I appreciate you joining us. Join us next week for another episode of The Grind. Guys, until then, commit to the grind.